onions as pasalubong. This returning OFW says why not, given just how expensive onions are in the Philippines. But Customs says travelers cannot bring in vegetables and spices without clearance from the Bureau of Plant Industry. Last week, authorities confiscated 40 kilograms of onions and various fruits from 10 flight attendants of Philippine Airlines. The products were from the Middle East, where they are cheaper. PAL says an investigation is ongoing. In the Senate's hearing, lawmakers came to the defense of crew members. Some say they should be left off the hook since the goods were for personal consumption.
Dati mansanas, ubas, pabango, sapatos, ngayon po sibuyas na ang kanilang pinapasalubong sa kanilang pamilya. So this is really already a cause for alert. Ang kakapal ng mukha ninyo, pinahiya niyo pa itong mga airline crew na pampasalubong na sa pamilya. Hulihin niyo yung mga victim smuggler.
Occidental Mindoro is the second top producer of onions. But farmers here insist they did not benefit from the surge in prices. They say some onions sold for 700 pesos per kilo were bought from farmers at only 8 to 15 pesos.
Meron po silang mga kinakausap na mga middleman doon sa aming lalawigan para sila po ang directly na mamili sa amin po mga magsasaka. At ang presyo po, ang nagtatakda po niyan ay yung mismong buyer. Ang sagot po nila, sobrang dami ng imported na sibuyas. At ang isa pa, wala po mapaglagyan ang mga boss namin ng sibuyas.
Identify nila kung sino yung bumili sa kanila.
Farmers say they were left with no choice. Due to the lack of cold storage facilities, unsold goods won't last long. DA says it will add more facilities this year. But for farmers, it's a life and death situation now that President Marcos allowed the importation of 21,000 metric tons of onions.
Pinagsamantalahan ng patungan ng almost 1,000%. Tapos ngayon, nung mag-aani na po si Huwang magsasaka, sasabayan niyo po ng importation. Ano pong gagawin niyo sa amin? Papatayin niyo po talaga kami. Papatayin niyo.
The Bureau of Plant Industry says it's expecting only 5,000 metric tons to come in.
Almost 1/4 lang po yung nag-apply, 25%. Usually, sir, hindi naman po yung lahat nadating. So, we are expecting less than 5,000 metric tons.
Kung dumating lahat yan, anong gagawin namin? Tumbling.
Mindoro farmers appeal for a 100 peso farm gate price to allow them to recover. This is the Senate's first hearing on the soaring prices of onions. Senator Cynthia Villar, chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture, is convinced that supply shortage was not the root of the problem. Villar says there was a surplus of 53,000 metric tons in 2021, enough to fill the possible shortage the following year. But it's unclear where the excess supply went. Senator J.V. Ejercito wants to amend the law on agricultural smuggling to include hoarding, profiteering, and cartel operations as a non-bailable offense for economic sabotage. For Senator Grace Poe, it's time for a full-time agriculture secretary.
Panahon na rin siguro talaga na magkaroon ng DA Secretary na aako sa kawalan ng aksyon sa agricultural crisis na ito. Asukal noong una, sibuyas naman ngayon, ihiring ata natin lahat ng kailangan sa kusina.
Eimor Santos, CNN Philippines.